NFTs, non-fungible tokens, could be the key to collectibles. Now, previously, you never really knew if something was authentic, but NFTs use the blockchain to allow you to be able to do that. You can get some kind of digital certificate that helps you know what you're buying is truly what it says it is. So with me is Joel Comm. He is the co-host of the Bad Crypto podcast and the Nifty Show, and also Travis Wright, who is also the co-host of the podcast and the Nifty Show as well. So great to have you guys here. This will be fun.
I'm the co-host.
You're the co-hostess. I'm the other guy.
You're the co-hostess with the mostest.
Oh, okay. Well, I am the host of this show, so let's get it going. Okay, so Joel, let's start with this. Why have NFTs gained so much traction? I mean, I have people asking me, what are they? It's still a mystery. Of course, Beeple made it, a huge splash. Why do you think they finally kind of gotten the public's attention?
People have always been super fond of collectibles. We've been collecting things since, the beginning of time. And especially in this last century, Topps baseball cards have been going on for well over half a century. And, since that time, if you look at the marketplace, we've collected just about everything and anything. I know I have. And digital collectibles offer a new way of collecting things that are interesting to you. First of all, they don't take up space. They don't get lost. They don't degrade over time. They can't be set on fire or have water damage. And because they're on blockchain, non-fungible tokens are fully trackable. Each one is completely unique.
So, Travis, Beeple was like $70 million. There's been a few other things along the way. I saw, was it Edward Snowden sold something like $5 million in NFT recently? So, but there's also been kind of a little bit of waning interest. Like a lot of people got on board. Do you think we're in a bubble or maybe like the early phase of a bubble and it'll come back? How do you see the market, Travis?
Well, I think we've just reached the first hype cycle of NFTs, right? Maybe the second. The first time we saw it was with CryptoKitties when it launched back in 2017. CryptoPunks, that launched in 2017. That was the beginning of this. And Joel and I have been paying attention to this space since then. And we know that it's going to be just ginormous. And I think what we're seeing is the beginning of the bubble for the artwork on Ethereum. And, there's a lot of what some people call the cantillionaires of Ethereum who got in on Ethereum when it was 5 cents during their initial coin offering, and they have more Ethereum than they know what to do with. And so they're like, hey, let's buy some of this art. And some of those big art pieces, like that Beeple $69 million one, that was bought by like a VC firm kind of group, right? And so I think that was kind of a PR move. $69 million for a bunch of pixels on the screen. That seems a little over. And a lot of these seem like they're cash grabs, right? You see artists coming out and they're selling just a couple of NFTs and they're trying to get a few $1 million from just a couple of fans. And they're really agitating their whole fan base, right? Kings of Leon did this thing where they were launching like, here's $1,000 NFT, here's a $5,000 NFT. And then if you want to buy this one NFT, it's $50. But if you want to transfer it, then it's going to cost you like another $70 worth of gas fees just to transfer it. So Ethereum is really not the place for NFTs. We think, there's much better chains out there that are built specifically for NFTs like Wax, which we are on the Wax Advisory Council. It's just you can mint 1,000 NFTs for $1, right? And the cost is very low. It's very green. There's no environmental issues with it. So I think your question is there a bubble happening? Well, like that first sort of initial, whoa, this is so exciting. Let's buy them all up for millions. That's going to end. Those cash grabs are going to end, and we're going to start seeing, a better, more and better use cases for NFTs as we move along.
Mm-hmm. Well, no doubt about it. The Beeple one was what thrust NFTs into the spot. I was at a party Saturday night. People were talking about it and trying to get into it. And so you mentioned the blockchain. So you mentioned Ethereum, not the best. So that was interesting. And you mentioned Wags. Can you expand on that a little bit more? How do you spell it? How do you find it?
Yeah. So the Wax blockchain is a fork of EOS. And basically, this code base is incredibly fast. Your transactions are instant, and there are no gas fees whatsoever. The trading symbol is WAXP for people who look for it on the markets, but their official website is wax.io. And people can set up a Wax wallet in 30 seconds. Travis mentioned we are on the Wax Advisory Council, but we only got invited to the council after we used the chain and did several successful launches of our own. They saw how we used to create our own digital collectibles, and then they invited us to the council as a result of that.
Okay. So now, Travis, I mean, what do you look for when considering an NFT purchase? I mean, have you done many? I mean, what's been your experience?
Well, I think on a lot of these, it depends on which blockchain that it's on, right? I bought a few on Ethereum just because of the gas fees. There's been some that I like. I mean, there was one by Boss Logic that is just my favorite NFT of all time. It's one of Kobe Bryant. It's called Forever Mamba. That was on Nifty Gateway, and they originally sold for like $800, and I would say I paid about 5 or 6 times more than that because I really wanted that NFT. It's unbelievable. Now, there's other blockchains like Flow. Flow is a blockchain that NBA Top Shots is transitioning over to. It was originally, CryptoKitties was originally on Ethereum. They realized the gas fees were killing their business, so they went and created their own blockchain called Flow. Now NBA Top Shots is on Flow. There's another one out there called Phantasma Chain, which a lot of gaming, projects are being built on that. I have some NFTs on that. I have a bunch of NBA Top Shots that I've acquired. Enjin, ENJIN is another one. They're actually one of the highest rated in market cap for an NFT project. Enjin, I have some on there. I have a lot on Wax. And so it just depends on, is the project cool? A lot of times, I kind of look at on Wax, they have this mechanism where you can create packs. And so you can create these Wax packs, and you can open them or you cannot open them. And so a lot of times I will hold those packs and not open them, wait until the market will go and open up 60, 70% of them. And then it turns out a lot of times those packs are worth 2, 3, 5, 10 times what you originally paid for them. And so you don't know what's in a pack, right? You could get a really amazing card. You could get really just a vanilla pack where there's nothing cool in it. So I think, what do I look at? Is it cool? Is it interesting? Is it something that I'm excited about? Does it maybe have some long-term value that I maybe want to hold to other people? Is there a big community for it? And if so, then maybe I'm going to snag a few packs to sell them later on.
Yeah, now it sounds very similar to how we collect things now. I mean, it's the same philosophy. So Joel, where do you think NFTs go from here?
I think they're going to be absolutely huge. I think, as Travis said, we are coming through the first hype cycle, and we're starting to see a pullback in terms of prices for the art. I'm not an art critic. I don't aspire to be one, but there's more and more artists that are finding an outlet for their work. And some of them are going to do really well. If they get in with the right marketplaces that will promote them, some of them are going to end up disillusioned and say, well, NFTs don't work. Some of the prices on the secondary market are going to be below what people paid for them, because when people follow hype, they always throw money, too much money at it, hoping that they can turn it into more. Those aren't necessarily true collectors. Those are flippers. Those are opportunists. But if you look at the world around you, you'll see that there are fans for just about every single musician, band, film, TV show, comedian, brand, all of these, no matter what the hype is for any other product, the moment your favorite brand or artist releases NFTs, you're going to be interested. And so depending upon the quality of what they release, then we'll see if their fans are excited about that. One of Travis's favorite football team is the Kansas City Chiefs, living there. And Patrick Mahomes released some really exclusive NFTs. Very high price. You had to spend at least $2,500 to get it, but they were really nice. Right around the same time, Rob Gronkowski released his NFTs, and they were extremely subpar. They couldn't even come close to touching the quality of the Mahomes NFTs, and yet they did over $2 million in sales. I think since then, we've seen others go, oh, I'm going to do this too. I'm going to make my own NFTs, and they don't sell like Mahomes or Gronk's, and that's because people are going to be fatigued from spending spending a lot of money. Let's reach the fans and create some low price NFT experiences that anyone can enjoy. And I think that's how we onboard more people into the space, and it will happen.
Yeah, let me add on to that is I would say it's much better to delight 1 million of your fans at $5 to $10, $20 than it is to delight 100 of your fans and make $2 million, because then you just have 100 happy fans that are already rich and already have those club level seats anyway. Why are you catering to them whenever the regular Joe guy wants to participate in this? Give them an opportunity and be more inclusive and less exclusive with your cash grabs and open it up for more people. It's way better.
Well, that's kind of the whole philosophy behind blockchain anyway, is like democratize the financial experience, the system. So, okay, so I want each of you to weigh in on this. Travis, we'll start with you first. What are some of the best NFT collections that people haven't heard of?
Well, you know what? That's one thing I think is interesting about Wax is that most of the projects that are on the top of Wax are independent projects that have leveraged and built their own communities. And so, there's I think the number one at the top of the list is Alien Worlds. Alien Worlds has done a phenomenal job with building out their cards and building out a world, building out a game where you can actually take your NFTs and stake them and then earn this token called TLM. And then it just happened that token, that TLM, ended up on some exchanges, and now it's worth like 30, 40 cents and people were earning this just by staking their NFTs. That's phenomenal. Cogs is another one that has been really huge on Wax. Bitcoin Origins as well. And then to toot our own horns, we've created a new series called Blockchain Heroes at bcheroes.com. And we've minted almost 1 million NFTs so far. And we've created this whole set around, who were some of the top people in blockchain. We made them into heroes. And then we took the principles of blockchain and the principles of centralized media and some of the big controlling organizations. We turned them into metaphors and made cards out of them, distributed them via pack systems, and we've had a lot of fun with that, right, Joel?
It's been fantastic, and Travis is right. Most of the brands that have gone really big on Wax are the independents. They found a home for this. However, as of this recording, Major League Baseball is launching their NFTs on Tuesday the 20th, and that's expected to be really big on Wax. When we've seen the success of NBA Top Shot, which of course everybody who's following NFTs has heard of by now, MLB is one of the most anticipated series because baseball cards is kind of where it all started, with collectibles. And now with them going digital, I think all eyes are on that.
Thank you so much, Travis and Joel. We're going to do this regularly, right? Is this every month? We're going to be chatting about this?
It is, as long as you bring cookies, we're in.
Milk and cookies. I'm always about that. And donuts, that's always key too.
Especially donuts.
Okay, so every month we're going to give updates on NFTs. It's a very fast changing. It'll be on Newsmax show, and I'm really looking forward to this. This will be a great learning experience.
Thanks, Jane.